everyone, thanks for joining me again today for another process video. Sorry it's been like 2 weeks, but my husband and I kept getting sick and finally got antibiotics and think we've kicked it now, but anyways, life goes on. So today I am sharing a layout that I did with the Doodlebug Fall Friends collection. And it's a fun collection with all kinds of cute little critters in it. And so I decided today that I wanted to use the plaid paper, and I also wanted to use the orange wood grain paper. But I really like that orange wood grain paper, and I wanted to be able to use it on other things. So I used a piece of white cardstock as my base, and then cut down the sizes of my papers that I wanted. So I used that plaid paper up top, and I just put some score tape on there to hold it down. And fiddling with that some more. Oh, I added some more score tape to the bottom. And now I'm measuring out the orange piece. And I started and got it stuck down in one spot and then trimmed it off of the bottom. I thought that was just the easiest way to do it. So that way I didn't cut off too much or too little. So I got it situated where I need it. And right now I'm still fiddling with it and getting it placed just so. And there we go. So I'm going to add that score tape there and get it lined up to that plaid, which I don't know why I fiddled with it so much to get it lined up, because I'm going to add one of the sticker strips that goes all the way across the page. And I didn't really need to worry so much, but I did, because that's just the way I am. So I backed my photo on one of the pattern papers. It was a yellow piece. I looked at a blue piece, but I didn't think the blue was good for that black and white photo. It made it have a blue tint, and so I didn't like that. So I used a yellow piece instead, and I made my photo black and white because since it was Thanksgiving and everybody was in all kinds of different clothes, there was all kinds of colors going on, so I just chose to go with black and white. So you can see there I chose, it was a wood grain scallop sticker to go across. I like to do that a lot of times when I have two different pattern papers, just to kind of cover up that seam where they come together. And I'm going to add another one of the stickers on there too. And I just, for some reason, it wasn't totally pleasing my eye, and so I thought I needed to add another one. And I will do that at some point in this process. And I think this is where I decided to move away from the top and work on the bottom right hand. I did a little cluster down there, and I cut out some leaves from the cut shop, and they're really cute. And so I cut a few of those from the pattern papers, and I wish I would have bought the 6x6 pad, but I didn't. I will not make that mistake with other things. I'm loving 6x6 pads lately. It's just fun to be able to use those smaller patterns when you want to die cut your shapes out with your silhouette or your Cricut, whatever you use. So, but I took 3 different leaves and kind of layered them up, and I picked one of the critters out from the sticker sheet because they were so cute. So I used one of the critters, and then I also used a little leaf as well to go with it. And I will say with this collection, I have like all the sticker sheets. I have the sprinkles shapes, and I have the regular sprinkles things, and they are really super cute. And there, I'm just popping up the little ears on the animal. I believe that one was a squirrel. And the little sticker said Thanksgiving. And I didn't want my title to be Thanksgiving, but I did want to put on there that it was Thanksgiving. So I used that little sticker. I thought that was perfect, and I just popped it up on some little foam dots. And I pulled like I said, it was a leaf that I pulled off the little sticker sheet, and I got the leaf situated, and I had to pop that up as well since I had so many other things raised up. And I did not glue those leaves down very much. There's just a little bit of adhesive there. I add a little bit more, but I didn't do a ton because I do like when they look like they're kind of, it gives them more of a real effect when they're not glued down all the way and they kind of stick up in certain spots. So I thought that looked cute that way, so I left them. So now I am looking at the sticker sheet, and I liked the little banner sticker that they had that spells out family. And I'm going to end up using those, and that's going to be my title. And I did cut out a lot of this part because I fiddled with that for so long to get it just the way I wanted it. Because I am OCD. I've said it before. If you've watched any of my other videos, you know it. So, and what I did there is I actually cut them out of the sticker sheet and left the white around them because I thought it made them pop off of the paper just a little bit more rather than just peeling the little sticker off. And then I decided that I wanted to use some more of the little critters on the sticker sheet. So I was picking some of those out, and I was also getting some twine to use, and I was between orange and brown, but I ended up going with brown. You see there, I try them both out, lay them across, and see which one I like. But I went with the brown because I thought it looked the best, just because I have such a big piece of that orange paper. So then the one thing about not using the stickers like they're supposed to be used is I had to actually punch the holes because they were still on the sticker backing. So I just used my Crocodile to punch those out. And that was no big deal. And then I'm just going to feed the twine through that banner, and I cut part of that out because you don't want to watch me do that. So I think I cut it out. Here we go. Okay, yes. All right. So, oh, here's where I add that other sticker across the page. I like the little bit of pop of the white because that brown was feeling so dark to me. So I added that in, and then I liked that. And so there I go with the little critters again. Trying to get the placement of where I want everything and getting my banner laid out there. I tend to switch around a lot when I'm thinking about things. I'm like, well, I'll go work on something else for the moment and come back to it. And I should have just stuck my photo down and gone with this and been done with it, but we all know how that goes, and you want it to be a certain way, so you keep fiddling and fiddling and fiddling. So I keep doing that and get it how I want it. But see, here I go. I switched modes again, and so I cut out some more of those leaves because I wanted those to back my photo. Well, not back it, I guess, but kind of surround the photo. So I put some on each side. And once again, I just used a little bit of glue, not a ton. Plus, they'll be held down when I put the adhesive on the photo. So I'm kind of getting the left side placement, and then I'm going to put my banner across again. Got to make sure it all fits just the way I want it. And so now I've decided that I do need to glue down one side of my photo. So I go ahead and do that. And I did make the mistake when I was going through this that I went ahead and put my photo down once it was all said and done. I ended up pulling up part of it because I didn't really want to write my journaling on the layout. I didn't feel like there was a good spot for it. So I ended up doing hidden journaling, and you'll see that in one of the photos at the end. So I get everything stuck down, and then I have to go back and kind of pull things up again. But everything was fine. Nothing really tore. It all worked out, and it worked just fine. I just had to play with it a little so that I could actually stick a tag in there. And once I get this stuck down, I'll go ahead and make that tag. So I added dimensional adhesive to that one little critter, And I'm going to stick that one down. And then I have another one on the other side. And I'm going to get that little one stuck down. So, and then I wanted to kind of make it look like the critters were holding the banner. So I fiddle with it and fiddle with it. And on the left side, I did actually use my Tim Holtz tiny attacher, thinking, oh, that would be really cute to staple it. Well, then I realized once I got to the right side, oh, it's too far into the page to reach. And of course, I needed both sides to match. So, and I know some people are able to open their tiny attacher up and then staple onto like a foam pad and then bend the staples, but that did not work for me. I don't know, maybe I have a different version of the tiny attacher or something, I'm not sure, but I can never do that with mine. So, anyways, I glued some of that banner down, and then I go to working on this other side, and this is when I realized I can't use my tiny attacher, so I was like, oh, what am I going to do here? So I end up using a little bit of glue there to hold it all down, and I pulled the staple out of the other side, and I went to the sprinkle shapes and used some of those to cover up on the twine there where I had looped it. And now I'm going to make my journaling tag. And so I had a stamp that was, it's a Technique Tuesday stamp. It might be an Allie Edwards one, I can't remember, but I just went and I stamped it out, and I actually stamped it twice. The first time was a little bit crooked, and so I stamped it one more time. I had all my stamps in storage. They've been in storage for almost three and a half years probably. When I found out I was pregnant with my second child, we had to clear out the one bedroom, and I had to put everything to storage because that was going to be her bedroom. So all of that stuff went into storage, and I just went to our storage unit like 3.5 years later, and I got to pull some of that stuff out of storage. So it was like a candy shop for me. I was like pulling things out and going through all my stamps and having so much fun. So I used one of those, and then I just got my journaling lines from the stamp, and then I pulled out a brown Staedtler pen, and I'm doing my journaling with that pen. And I'm really just talking about how my daughter refers to everyone as her cousins, even though they're really not her cousins. The other grown people in the picture besides myself, they are my cousins, but she does not have any cousins. So, but she still calls them her cousins, and we go with it because she doesn't have her own cousins. And I want her to have family. So she always looks forward to Thanksgiving because she gets to see her so-called cousins. So that's what I journaled about on my tag that I made. And I was just trimming it up, making it look like a tag. And then I did a little twine bow there. And then I pulled another sticker off the sticker sheet because I kind of like to do little groupings, little clusters when I do stuff like that. And I had put one of the tabs stickers up top on the left. And so I had to cut this little tag so that I could kind of nestle it in there and get it to fit and look like it had already been placed earlier. So I added twine to the little blue one, and I had twine on the orange tag. And then I was able to stick my orange tag behind the photo. Like I said, I had pulled everything up and then stuck it back down, but made almost like a little pocket so that you could pull the tag in and out. And then I pulled out the sprinkle shapes because my daughter said, you really need to put something on the bottom there. So I just picked 3 of the different little leaves, and I used those to just put in a little bit of interest on the bottom. So, and that's really going to complete my layout, and I've got some still shots coming up. Thanks again for joining me today, and thank you to all my new subscribers and my regular subscribers, and I'll be back soon with another video.